Hi there guys, and welcome to the very first episode of Catching Up with Crypto, your weekly market update with myself, Crypto Colin. So in this video series, we'll be looking through the ChainEX newsletter that comes to you every single week, providing you, with what has happened in the crypto space within the last week. And I'm just going to be, breezing through that, looking at a few charts, seeing what's happening, and just chatting about the content of the newsletter. So let's jump into the newsletter. Here you can see this will be tracking from around the 1st of February to the 7th of February. And it looks at what we've missed this past week. Now, the last time we were on a ChainEX community call, Bitcoin was hovering around the $33,000, $34,000 mark per coin, but it has returned to over $40,000. Right? We've seen a lot of liquidations. We've seen a lot of people sell off. However, even though there was a bit of sentiment, around thinking, man, is this the end of the bull market? Are we now fully into the bear market? Just have a look at what's been happening over the last little while. Right? Here we can see, and guys, when you see these lines that I've drawn here, remember, we're talking about support at the bottom and resistance on top. Okay, so I'm just looking from around January this year to where we are now, and we can actually see that around January we hit support here of around $29,000. We had a beautiful move upwards to around a resistance level of about $65,000. You can see it came down, it hit that that support level again, went up, hit that resistance yet again, right? So it's retesting that, and it's coming down, and you can see people were getting a bit concerned here. Some were thinking that, Bitcoin might definitely be in a bear market. People were concerned that should it hit lower than $30,000, that it was going to go further down. However, we can see it's taken a nice move upwards. It's now trading, and this is the 7th of February. We're trading at just over $44,000 per coin. So yeah, some nice moves there. Okay, so we can see there the newsletter just telling us that according to on-chain monitoring resource CoinGlass, BTC liquidations were $50 million over the more recent 4-hour period, with cross crypto liquidations passing $100 million. So a lot of people just selling out there, making some nice profit. And a lot were thinking, well, after something like that, we might be moving into the bear market, but not just yet. Okay, not just yet. There've been a lot of signals with a lot of big guys out there talking about, this being one of the last dips before it really rallies, and then we'll see us moving into the bear market. But either way, if you want to buy your Bitcoin, you know where to go. ChainEX is the place to buy. Then a very big YouTuber was talking, I think in the last week or two, about the crypto avalanche, hinting at it possibly being a big rival to Ethereum. Now, over the last 7 days, we've seen Avalanche move up by over 13%. It's now the 12th ranked cryptocurrency by market capitalization. And in the last 24 hours of this newsletter, the token price climbed by 9.82% to around over $78 a coin. Now, we heard, and I'm sure some of you would have heard by now, that Solana is recovering after a massive hack that happened there. And as it's in the recovery phase, this same very famous YouTuber was just hinting and just talking about the comparison between Avalanche and Ethereum, and the fact that it could again be a very big rival for Ethereum. All right, again, you want to buy Avalanche, you know where to go. Okay, then Shiba. Shiba's been quiet for a while. We know earlier this year it had a massive rally. In fact, at the moment, at the time of this recording, Shiba has increased over the last 2-3 days by over 60%. So it's been quiet for a while. There was a big sell-off because guys obviously made a lot of money in that. But the newsletter is just telling us, Shiba whales control 26% of the total supply of this token. A total of $800 million worth of BTC was moved from exchanges amid the sudden price increase of the first cryptocurrency, which currently trades far above $40,000. Now, this is what I was mentioning earlier. While the majority bet on the end of the bull market and a further drop below $30,000, centralized exchanges were constantly facing losses of their reserves, which indicated that traders are not actively selling as the majority thought. Okay, so a lot of people are thinking, well, all these traders, they've seen the bull market come to an end, that's why they sell it, and that's not what is happening. In fact, if you look at the news and you see what's actually happening out there, you see a lot of people are accumulating, right? If we look again at this chart, this is where people accumulate, in this area, in this area, in this area over here, right? Folks look at the fundamentals. They look at what's happening in the market. They do their research, and that's why it's so important. And again, you want to buy Shiba, you know where to go. All right, then the last bit of info that they chat to us about is that those who have been holding BTC, those who have been holding Bitcoin, have gained impressive ROI despite the high volatility. So really, it does pay just to buy and hold. If you're not a trader, you just want to hold on to your coins, do that. Keep accumulating all the time. It doesn't matter how much or how little, but just keep accumulating. Keep accumulating. And with that, there is a fantastic article in the blog section on ChainEX's website where they teach you about dollar cost averaging. And for those who just want to buy and hold, want to buy little bits and pieces, looking at this article on dollar cost averaging, how it works, how you can implement that as a strategy to go about, right? If you're not someone who's going to be into trading, that's fine. This helps you to buy incrementally, buying when the price is down, and to set buy orders at lower prices and fill them. So this article takes you through all of that. Then also, I know many of you have heard about the exciting news around the Earn portal. Again, you can go check out the blog. There you'll see all the details around our brand new Earn portal, where you can, put USD in and USDT in and earn around 8% annually, and just have your crypto earning crypto. All right. For those who don't know, but by the time you see this video, maybe this community call will be done. But we are having a fantastic community call that will be here on the channel as well. So do look out for that recording. I'm very excited to also chat to Reno, the Chief Technical Officer of ChainEX, where we will be looking at, DEXs, how people are earning passively through liquidity pools. But for me, one of the big things is what it actually takes to list a coin on ChainEX. And I know many of you want to list a coin, and you're always asking for these things, but I wanted to hear from Reno himself. Listen, what happens behind the scenes to actually get this listed? Okay, so guys, you can see it goes through some price analysis as well, like we've looked at. They mentioned to us about the fear and greed index, and you can see people are still a little bit fearful, but sort of moving towards a balance between the two there. There was some extreme fear last month, but you can see people's fears are subsiding a bit, okay, because they're seeing what's happening within the space. So guys, that's it for the crypto newsletter from ChainEX this week. And join me next week where I'll be catching up with crypto.